What's up, YouTube? Hey, today I just thought I'd bring a review slash thoughts on the Alien Gear Holsters Appendix holster. Just to give you some background on this, this is my first holster. I've only been a concealed carrier for, I'd say, close to 6 months now, and I've just been using this holster for as long as I've been carrying. So first holster. So with that out there, I won't be able to compare this to any Kydex holsters, any other holsters, appendix holsters that are on the market. I won't be able to do any comparisons due to this being my first and only holster. But off the bat, I do want to say I really enjoy this holster. Something that I think has been really ingenuitive with Alien Gear is the way that they've been able to put this in a modular system to where they do their shapeshift shells, which allows you to switch this out so that you could use the same essentially holster for different firearms. Let me show you what I mean by that. So right now, I'm gonna show you, I have a clear Glock 43, or 42 actually. Fits perfectly within this. See, covered trigger guard as well. Barrel does not expose at the bottom, and it works perfectly. This shell is specifically for the Glock 43. Now, let me show you my Glock 19. Clear weapon. Won't fit in here, obviously. However, this is where that ingenuity comes out, because I can carry both of these guns simply by switching this out. Now I say simply, though some people may disagree due to the fact that when parts and pieces start coming off, it may seem kind of complicated at first, but just like anything, it's a little, do it a few times and you've got it. So the way that we could switch these out is they have what they call their, let's say, I'm gonna call them locks on each side. One for the trigger guard and one connecting the holster to this back piece. You simply twist those off. Don't lose those. Take off one clip, and now this shell, which was for the Glock 43, is off. Now we could put our G19 shell on. Goes into place just like this. Has another clip for larger frame guns. However, I'm pretty sure that other clip may still work as well, but this one does fine as also. Just slips onto there. Put our locks back on. And now, Glock 19, perfectly ready to carry. So now that I kind of got that covered, that's something that I really like, the fact that I don't have to buy multiple holsters for my two weapons. I could simply buy other shells, and relatively I've seen the shells go from $30 to $40, so you know, there is that. However, I don't have to buy other $60 up to even $100 holsters for my other firearms. I could simply stick within this modular system and be able to carry that way. See, I'm gonna go ahead and disassemble this real quick. And something that I wanted to address was this back piece for the holster. So, as you can tell, I've gotten a lot of use out of this. I've drawn from this thing, you know, I'd say hundreds, you know, maybe even 1,000 times. The draw is very smooth. With that, I will go into this real quick since I'm on a side note. It goes with the adjustable retention system of Alien Gear. So with one of those locks that we had earlier, you can literally adjust the retention of your firearm simply by turning this right or left, you know, to make it looser or tighter. And that works very well. But back to this, like I said, has gotten plenty of use. It even has a bend in it, because this used to be straight, but from time it has been used from me sitting down and walking. This is kind of that natural curve that this is taken while I'm sitting appendix and it's, you know, pressing up against my upper thigh. But to this is Alien Gear's, I believe they call it their breathable neoprene. So something I want to say about this, like I said, I can't compare it to Kydex. However, this is extremely comfortable. I've heard other people say it, and I can agree. It really does feel like a pillow pressing up against you. It's a very, very soft material, and especially for, I usually wear an undershirt, however, in times that I don't, this material isn't abrasive to your skin. It's not gonna irritate you. It just feels like fabric against your skin. So that's something I really like, is I don't have to always worry about wearing an undershirt. This does not abrade my skin at all. So I really, really like that. As far as how it is for moisture, sweat, it is the summer as I'm recording this. It does get pretty warm. I would say I can feel it. I can feel, you know, sweat building up against this, and I can feel moisture against my body when I'm using it. However, though that sweat over time, you know, may get odor and things such as that, really, since it is so breathable, I could leave this thing just out sitting down or even next to a fan to speed it up, and it really, odors and all that will slowly, you know, go out, and I won't have to worry about having a stinky, you know, holster sitting around. So I really like that. That's not really a problem at all. I guess something that I will cover, let's see, let's go ahead and reassemble this. Something that I didn't like, but it's actually not that big of a deal. I guess I should put this piece right. You have a proper holster. Is with the clips, I've noticed while this is sitting on my belt, it can have some movement. It doesn't always stick to one place. You know, sometimes it may, you know, slide over this way a little bit or over this way, and not a huge deal. However, I've even seen it, you know, when I go and practice my draws, that it could cause for an inconsistent purchase of your firearm due to that sliding around, because sometimes, you know, it may be like this, sometimes it may be like this, but that's not too big of a problem, because regardless, you know, you're still coming down and finding that upper piece with the webbing of your hand. But that may be a problem for some people who are looking for something that isn't going to move around as much. Really, anything else that I wanted to cover? I can't say yes. I've been using this thing for months now. It's been beaten up. I guess what lastly I could say about these shells is I've actually seen a lot of people say, oh, you know, these are crappy plastic, you know. I would say those are people who haven't even used these, due to the fact that this material is extremely durable. In fact, when I first got this and it's brand new, a lot of these clips were very hard to get on, and that's kind of due to the fact that it's a very rigid material. It's not flimsy, it's not gonna bust off. It's I've even seen Alien Gear test it being compressed by a lot of weight, and you know, these will hold through. So that's never been a worry of mine. I've never been worried about my trigger guard, you know, being busted and having an exposed trigger on my body. This is how the trigger guards come off, and they simply slide into that other piece of the shell. But yes, I've never had to worry about any reliability or durability issues. Overall, I really enjoy this holster. Who knows, maybe in the future I'll switch to something else, and I could find that I like that more due to the fact that this is my first holster. But for a first holster, I mean, I really don't see myself moving to anything else. This is just a fantastic system that I really enjoy, and it's also pretty affordable. I believe to get this whole system with the back piece as well as a shell for one firearm will maybe be around $60. Don't quote me on that though. But like I said, I really enjoy Alien Gear holsters, and just thought I'd share my thoughts to anybody out there that may be interested in looking into these. So I appreciate your time for taking, you know, an opportunity to look into these and watching my video, and I hope you have a good one. Take it easy.